Hey yo, what's good guys, CJ here, and today I got quite the video for y'all. You see, a lot of you have been asking me about making a tier list for the characters in Wuthering Waves, and I have seen a lot of tier lists going around from many different creators, and I'm here to tell you that all their tier lists are wrong. It doesn't matter what content creator for Wuthering Waves you've been watching. If they dropped a tier list, their tier list is wrong, and in this video, I'm going to give you the best and only Wuthering Waves tier list that matters. So without further ado, let's hop right in. The first character we're going to take a look at is Baizhi, and I gotta tell you, she is one of the best looking characters in the game. She is pretty damn sexy. Not only does she have that tight dress, but let's not even begin talking about that tacit mark. Her animations and the way that tacit mark lights up, ooh, they got people acting up. On top of that, she got the heavies, and she overall just looks hella good with that tight dress. Her eyes being that green just looks hella good, and her hair. Overall, she's a very good looking character, very classy, and overall, I think one of the best looking 4-star characters in the game. Overall, I think she looks pretty damn good, and for that simple reason alone, I am going to put her in the breeder tier. Our next character is none other than Alto, and I gotta tell you, this dude is pretty damn cool. Considering he is a 4-star, he comes with a lot of drip. Not only does his outfit just look good, but he does have the dual Glockingtons, and y'all know when it comes to the Glockies, we gotta give bonus points for that. And on top of that, for some reason, they decided to give this dude's the baddest shades and neck mark out there, bro. So overall, let's keep it a stack. This dude is an absolute Giga Chad, and for that simple reason alone, we're gonna put Alto in the Giga Chad tier. The next character we're gonna take a look at is none other than Camellia, and not only is she one of the best looking characters in the game, but her personality matches her looks. Now, I gotta be honest with you guys. If you're one of those freaky bastards, one of them kinky freaks that likes to be stepped on, whipped, chained, and all that good stuff, she is definitely the character for you, because Camellia, she is one freaky girl. I gotta tell you that. She gonna bring out the chain, she gonna bring out the rope, she gonna bring out the lube, she gonna bring out all kinds of freaky things on you, and on top of that, she gonna enjoy every single minute of it. So if that's the type of girl you're looking for, Camellia is definitely the girl for you. She is incredibly good looking. She has really good animations. Look at her, she's just taunting you with the way she looks at you. And just for that reason alone, we are going to place her into the breeder tier. Now let's talk about Sanhua, the goth mommy. And if you're someone that likes the dark and mysterious, she is definitely the character for you, because she screams goth with all her might. She is definitely one of the best looking designs in my personal opinion. Not only is her whole dark outfit really good looking, but then she got the tattoos on her thighs, and then her tacit mark is on her eye. Ooh, let's keep it real. She is without a shadow of a doubt one of the coolest looking characters, and her personality, the way she out here is smiling, the way she looks, she's a really sexy character. Overall, one of the best looking 4-stars in the game. And on top of that, we get an outfit for her that makes her look even cooler. So yeah, overall, she is a really cool character. And for that reason alone, I think we're going to put her in the breeder tier. Our next character is none other than Sephiroth himself, Calcharo. And if there's any male character in the game that just exudes peak Giga Chad energy, is none other than this man right here. What can I say? He's one of the best looking male characters. He's a standard character. We've had him since the jump, and overall, he's just a badass looking character. On top of that, his weapon and his animations are downright one of the coolest looking animations in the game. Nothing too fancy considering he was with us since the launch, but overall, just an absolute Giga Chad of a character. And as you can see right here, he just don't give a damn. He about business, bro. And for that reason alone, we obviously got to put the dude in the Giga Chad category. Matter of fact, we're actually going to change these things around. We're going to put these right here, so we got things more organized, but that is exactly where he belongs. For our next character, we have Taoqi, and I got to be honest with y'all, she is the peak definition of what the mommy milker tier is supposed to look like. Now, her personality is a bit boring. She does seem kind of lazy, kind of quiet. Let's keep it a stack. She got the insane heavies. We talking about them things got recoil. You know she walking around with back pain. She need a back brace to carry around them heavies. Apart from that, she's a very good looking character, very basic, but overall, I can't keep her from being in simply the one and only tier that defines her perfectly, the mommy milker tier. Our next character is Chixia, and even though she does have the dual Glockingtons, she is a very basic looking character. She does look good, but nothing really stands out. I do like the fact that she does show some skin, and I do like the tacit mark on her waist, but other than that, she's just an overall very basic, very nice character, and for that simple reason alone, I'm going to put her in the basic tier. Our next character doesn't need an introduction. She was everybody's first love in Wuthering Waves. She is the red-haired dominatrix herself, Yinlin, and she's still one of the hottest looking waifus in the game. That underboob window alone is enough to make most grown men drop. And let's not even talk about the thong string hanging off to the side. Yinlin is an insanely good looking character. Everything about this character is peak. From her hair, to her eyes, to her personality, to the jiggle, to the view we got with that little underboob window, to that thong, to the tacit mark. Overall, she is peak in design alone. And let's not even talk about her personality because she has one of the sexiest, most teasing personalities we have in the game so far, and for that simple reason alone, we are going to put her in the mommy milk tier, but she could easily go in the breeder tier as well. But seeing that she does got the milkers and they allow us to see them quite well, she is going in the mommy milk tier. Now going to the polar opposite, we're going to Danji, and I gotta be honest, even though she is a damage monster, she is pretty damn basic when it comes to her design. I personally don't think she brings anything special or unique when it comes to the way she looks. I think she's a very basic character, and for that simple reason alone, she is going to go into the basic tier. Jumping right back to peak, we got Changli, and she is the character that pretty much took the top spot of the best looking waifu in the game for me. She did steal it from Yinlin because this character is an absolute fire unit. Not only is every single detail of her outfit absolute perfection, but let's be real, that underboob tacit mark has you looking there every time. The way she looks, her eyes, her movements, everything about this character is absolute cinema. On top of that, you pair that up with an insane personality that's playful, that's teasing, and she just makes the best character. On top of that, she got them thick thighs and she got them heavies. So for that simple reason alone, guys, I could put her into the breeder tier because we all want to breed with this character, but I'm going to put her into the mommy milker tier, and she is going to take the #1 spot right above Yinlin. Yinlin doesn't want to give up her spot, but she's gonna have to. There we go. She's in the mommy milk tier. We have our first character straight out of the Hoyoverse, and that is none other than Yohu, or Yuhu, however you say her name. And let's be honest, this character right here, she does look pretty cool, but she's pretty much bait. If you feel anything for this character, you are without a shadow of a doubt a Genshin player, and this character definitely belongs in the FBI tier. Our next character is another one of them Genshin characters, and even though I do got a lot of respect for Encore as she did carry me at the beginning of the game, let's be honest, if you like this character like that, you're definitely a Genshin or a Zenless Zone Zero player, and for that simple reason alone, this character belongs in the FBI tier. There's nothing else to be said. She is a cool design, but that's it. Moving back up to the grown woman, we got Yangyang, and I gotta be honest, at first, I used to think she was a very basic design, but she kind of grew on me. I do think she's a very good looking character. She's very simplistic in her design, but she does look very good, and she does bring a lot to the table in terms of unique design. If we take a look at her hair, she does have them nice little details on her hair. She has that nice tacit mark across her upper chest. She got a little bit of skin showing everywhere. She's a really cool looking character. She is a very nice looking character, so I don't feel like putting her into the breeder tier or into the milk mommy tier, but she does have a little bit of them heavies, and I do know that a lot of people out there do like her, so I'll give her the respect she deserves, and I'm going to put her into the breeder tier. Now, for our next character is where things get a little freaky. Now, I know a lot of people have been loving up on this character. They've been getting real freaky with the fan art of this character. And personally, I can't blame them. For some reason, the devs decided to make this character's outfit extremely tight, give her a lot of jiggle, and make her extremely, extremely perky. Now, I know she does borderline touch the line of furries, and I know some of y'all out there do like them furries. Personally, I'm not a fan of the furries, but I gotta say, the devs did a good job giving her the perkiness everywhere and giving her that extra tight outfit. She got that nice tacit mark showing, and overall, she's pretty damn hot. I will say I'm not a fan of her face because it still looks kind of young, but she does got that tightness on that outfit and the perkiness, so I will have to say that personally, she does belong in the breeder tier. Our next character is quite interesting as she doesn't really belong in almost any of our tiers. She pretty much should have her own tier. She is not a milk mommy. You could say she's a breeder, but she's definitely not basic. Now, this character is Jinhsi, and she brings a little bit of high class and sophistication to our Wuthering Waves waifus. She does have a really nice design to her, and she has a lot of details in her outfit. Overall, she looks really damn good, but she looks like one of them high-class, sophisticated, rich characters that don't really sit that well with me. Nonetheless, she's still pretty damn sexy and refined, so for that reason alone, I will be putting her into the breeder tier, although I would like to have a special tier for her that is a little bit different. Our next character is none other than the booty pirate, the fruity pirate, the pirate captain himself, Brant. And even though I'm personally not a fan of his design whatsoever, because when it comes to male characters, I like my characters to look a little bit more Giga Chad-like, a little bit more manly, a little bit more rugged, and he does look a little bit too colorful for my personal taste. And that's alright, I'm not going to be able to put him in the Giga Chad tier because I don't really think he fits that tier, but I also don't think he fits the basic tier. So I'm kind of stuck needing, once again, a very specific tier for this character, and seeing as I'm not going to have the time to do that, I'm just going to go ahead and put him in the Giga Chad tier, as he is going to be the one to find the One Piece. Now, our next character is one of the latest and greatest units in the game, and that is none other than Carlotta. And I gotta say, she has grown on me quite a lot. When I first saw her in the trailer, I was not feeling her. But after pulling her, playing with her, seeing her animations, and seeing her up close, I gotta say, she is one of the best looking characters in the game because she has a perfect balance of that high class, refined look with that sexy look as well. She's like the perfect in-between between Xiangli and Jinhsi, at least for me, right? She does have insane detail when it comes to her outfit. She got a little jiggle for herself. She got a lot of skin showing, and she's surprisingly very caked up on a Thursday afternoon. She looks really good. She got really good accent, and let's bring in the fact that she has one of the coolest weapon and fighting styles in the game. She just brings everything you want into the table, and even though she is a little petite, a little small, that's absolutely fine. And for all of them reasons, we are going to put her into the breeder tier, and we're going to put her right here, right after Camellia. Camelia's still ahead because she's freaky as hell, but Carlotta is right up there. Up next, we have another one of the coolest looking male characters in the game, and that is Jiyan, the first ever character we got on a banner. And I gotta say, he still holds out as one of the coolest looking characters in the game when it comes to our male units. I would say he is one of the coolest, if not the coolest character, and that is considering I'm a little biased towards Calcharo, but I gotta say, the hair, the gauntlet, the outfit, his weapon, everything from this character just yells Sigma Giga Chad male. He is one of the coolest male characters in the game without a shadow of a doubt, and I gotta say, he's aged quite well. Even though he came out months and months ago, he's still one of the best looking characters for both male and female because he has so much design to himself. And for all them reasons, I will be putting him in the Giga Chad tier, definitely behind Calcharo because I'm biased, but I would say that he is number one. For our next character, we have Lingyang, and I gotta say, I'm not a fan of his design. Not only is he a furry, but he's extremely basic. I feel like his design is all over the place, and he's the only short kid character when it comes to the males. I'm not a big fan. I know some of you furries out there be freaky when it comes to this character. I know, I seen y'all talking about it, but personally, I'm not really a fan of his design. I feel like he's just kind of weird, bro. I feel like he's in like a random spot where there are no other characters like him. Little kid character, a furry at that, and he's just not my type of character. And for all them reasons, I am going to put him in the garbage truck juice. Okay, our first garbage truck juice character. Feel free to roast me in the comments for this decision, and if you agree, more power to you. For our next character, we have Mortefi, and I gotta say, he does look pretty cool, but when you look at the general context of where he comes from and the characters around him are, he kind of looks like an NPC. Like, if you give this guy black hair or just brown hair, he would look like a generic NPC character, and I personally don't really like him too much. I feel that he's missing some of the features that some of the other male characters have that makes them really stand out, and for that simple reason alone, I honestly think he doesn't deserve to be in the Giga Chat tier, so I will be putting him in the basic tier. For our next character, we have another unit that is not currently in the game, but we have seen her in the story quite a lot, so we can easily make our decision from that. And I gotta say, this character looks quite good, very high class, very refined, but she does look very similar to the way a lot of other characters are dressed in the story, so I don't really like that too much. Her hair does make her stand out, and she does have that high class, wholesome look to her that I really like, so I will be putting her higher up than I would normally put her. Now, I don't think she has what it takes to be in the milk mommy tier, nor in the breeder tier, but since my dumbass didn't make a tier for these nicer, more wholesome looking characters, I will have to put her in the breeder tier. Our next character is the latest addition to the game, Roshia, and I gotta say, she does look really good. She has a lot of detail to her character, a lot of vibrant colors, and overall, I think she looks really damn nice. Now, as y'all know, I'm not a big fan of these younger looking characters, and I do think her tacit mark and some of the shots they got with her are a little bit weird, but other than that, I do think she's a very cool character, and I do gotta say, I don't know where to put her. I'm not going to be able to put her into the milk mommy or breeder tier, and I do not think she's basic simply because she looks very well made, so to avoid any problem, seeing as she is a small young looking character, I'm going to put her into the FBI tier. Up next, we got the Shorekeeper, and I gotta say, she's an extremely good looking character. She's like ready to go. She's greeting you with a nightgown on, she got some lingerie, and she's just waiting for you. She's like the peak definition of classy, pointing towards sexiness. She's extremely good looking. She got a lot of skin showing. She got them long legs. She's caked up on a Thursday afternoon. She got the jiggle and she got the heavies, even though they're not that heavy, but they do got some recoil to them. And if we look at her character up close, she does have a lot of really nice designs to her. She has a lot of little things that make her look extremely good, like the things wrapped around her arms, that tacit mark being so unique right in between her breast. Overall, she's hella good looking. Without a shadow of a doubt, once again, one of the best characters in the game, and I will easily have to rank this character in the breeder tier right above Baizhi and right behind Carlotta. I gotta say, I'm a little bit biased towards Carlotta because she is one of the newer characters, and she does have a lot of really nice poses to her, but I will still put Carlotta on top. And our next character is Verina, and this is a goddamn child, you sick bastard. Go back to playing Genshin or Zenless Zone Zero. We don't got time for that around here. And for that simple reason, this character goes straight into the FBI tier. Our next character is Xiangli Yao, and I gotta be honest with y'all, he does look pretty cool, but he looks basic as hell as well. If he didn't have that metal arm to him, he would just be another NPC looking at character. Now, I'm not hating on him because I have a bias towards my other Electro main Calcharo, but simply he doesn't really stand out at all to me. Like, the metal arm is the only thing that he got going for him, and if it wasn't for that, he would really just be another background character. I do know he does have the nice, cool eyes, and they decide to put earrings to every character in the game because it makes him look cooler, but other than that, he's pretty damn basic, and this is going to be our first 5-star character going into the basic tier. Now, I will put him first, because I do think the other ones are way more basic, but he's still a pretty basic-ass character, and I know some of you are going to want to come at me for that, but hey, he cannot compete with the other Giga Chat characters, and that's just my opinion. Our next character is Yangyang, and I gotta say, she is a very good-looking character. She does look very nice. Now, she does have some features to her that make her pretty cool, like the tattoo on her thigh, and overall, she's pretty cool, but I personally think she's very basic. When you compare her to the design of some of the other characters in the game, I do think she's a very basic character. Now, she does have things that make her stand out quite a bit. She does have a little bit of the heavies, and she does look really good. She does look like a good character, but she doesn't really hit it off with me. So for all those reasons, I'm going to be putting her into the basic tier. Up next, we got Yuanwu, and he is a pretty cool looking character, but let's be honest, he looks generic as hell. He can easily be an NPC in a corner store selling you some medicine. So I really don't got much else to say. He does have the cool little fedora on him, but that's about it. That's all he got going for him, and I will put him in the basic tier for that simple reason. For our next character, we have Zhezhi, and I gotta say, she is a really good looking character. First off, I don't know why the developers decided to give this character the jiggle physics of all time. She doesn't even got the heavies like that, and she got more jiggle than most of the other characters in the game. Like, it just looks like jello. She is incredibly good in that department, and overall, I feel like her outfit suits her really well. She does got glasses, and she's the only character with the glasses. Overall, I think she's very, very pretty. She is also very sexy and very high class, and that shy, timid girl look to her, it does something, bro. And the developers gave her too much jiggle. I love it. So for all that, I will be putting her into the breeder tier, and I will honestly put her like right above Sanhua and right before Baizhi. Up next, we got the Rover, and I gotta say, the Rovers in this game have some of the best design for any gacha game main character that I've seen so far. The female character looks absolutely stunning. She is hands down one of the best looking MCs from any of these gacha games that I've ever seen. And even though, yes, she does have just black outfits, gray, very basic pale tones, she just looks really damn good. She got the heavies, she got some good cleavage showing over here. She got everything you'd want from a badass but also sexy looking female character. And when it comes to the male Rover, even though I don't have him right here to show you guys, he's also a really cool looking character. He does look pretty badass, and for those reasons, I will rank them both respectively in the right tier. For the Spectral Rover, we'll pretend this is the male Rover, and he will go in the Giga Chat tier. And for the female Rover, I will be putting her in the breeder tier right above Zhezhi. And last but not least, we have the character everybody's already waiting for, and that is none other than Zani. And I gotta say, she is one of the best looking characters in the game and probably the hottest character added in the 2.0 update. She is one of the coolest characters as well. She looks like an absolute badass. And even though she's barely showing any skin, she's also one of the sexiest characters. She got them extreme heavies. I would say she got the heaviest heavies in the entire game right now. And that's saying a lot when you're competing with Taoqi. On top of that, she had them high waist pants that look extremely good because she's caked up on a Thursday afternoon. And on top of that, she got the devil horns and the devil tail, so you know we gonna get freaky with her. Once they start dropping some outfits, you know people are gonna go crazy for her, and she just overall looks really damn good. I can't wait to pull her and add her to my roster. And for all those reasons alone, she is going into the Milk Mommy tier. And now, ladies and gentlemen, that pretty much wraps up my tier list for Wuthering Waves. I know y'all were expecting something else, but this is the only tier list that really matters. If you're playing these games still worrying about the meta or whatever the strongest character is, I don't know what you're doing with yourself. We play these gacha games for the characters, bro, and some of these characters just look too good to skip. It's that simple. But that's gonna be it. Let me know in the comment section below if you would rank any of these characters in a different category. But for now, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.